CreateSuccessCoach.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can make your high-level coaching program more effective. Now, I share these with you because people who are willing to pay you $5, $10, $15, even $25,000 to be coached are people that you're going to have to pay attention to, and you need to deliver a high-quality product so that they feel that they've gotten not only their money's worth, but more importantly, you're able to help them solve their problem. Okay? So number 1 is to be an active listener. Listen to what it is that your client is asking for, or your clients are asking for, so that you can deliver to them exactly what it is that they want. See, as an active listener, okay, believe me, they will tell you exactly what they want you to provide them. And then you provide that service to them. I mean, believe it or not, it is that simple. And I'm amazed at how many people find it difficult in order to make that happen. Now, believe me when I say this, I made the same mistake as well, which is why I'm shooting this video right now to explain to you, don't make the same mistakes that I made, okay? Be an active listener, listen to what your client wants, and then provide them with the service that they're looking for. Make sure that you have the expertise, okay? It's one thing to know a lot of things about a lot of different subjects, and I have a friend who's that way, and it's funny because when he and I will get together, I laugh and I tease him about the fact that he's just rich with a lot of useless information. One time we were riding together in a car, and I said to him, you know, I'm really interested in buying, you know, a BMW, a 7 Series. Man, he started in with all this great knowledge about, you know, the different BMWs and, you know, the 7 Series versus, you know, some of the other models, and he just went on and on and on. And, you know, I said, where do you find time to learn this stuff? I mean, it's just unbelievable, the detail, you know, that he had. Unfortunately, he was not an expert in that field. You know, he's a guy that I would consider to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And you never want to be that way. You want a business, okay? You want, and where you are the expertise, where you are the go-to person. Because this is how you're going to get people to realize that you're the go-to person, okay? So having a lot of knowledge is cool, but being an expert is completely different. You want to develop a high level of communication. Okay? So when you are working with your clients, you need to be able to explain to them exactly what it is that they need to do, step by step. And if you can't communicate that with them, then having that breakdown in communication will not only cause you to fail, but cause them to fail as well. And then you've lost yourself, you know, a lifetime customer. So it's very important that you have that level of skill. Now, that skill also means that you are very versed about, you know, about that topic, that niche, you know, and the language that it speaks, okay? The technical jargon that comes along with it. And if you don't have that skill, then trust me, people who are looking for help, okay, in that particular niche will know that, because you're not congruent. You're not speaking their language. You know, they will consider you as someone who's talking theory and not someone who's actually been through it. So it's important to have that very high level of communication so that you can help your clients succeed. And then focus on what it is that your clients want. And this goes back to the very first one that I was talking about when I said active listening. Okay? Focus on your clients' demands and their requests, and if you're able to do that, then those other things will fall in place. Okay? You'll be able to provide them with what they're looking for. You'll be able to help them solve their particular problem, and then you'll be able to focus on helping them to achieve the success that they came to you for in the very first place. You know, I work with a client right now who's a restaurant owner, and, you know, he said to me, well, Mark, you know, we don't have enough customers coming into the restaurant, and the customers that we do have, you know, I don't know how to get those customers to come back a second time. And then he went on to say, you know, it sucks because, you know, we're lacking some things where we can make that happen, and we're just sort of all over the board when it comes to, you know, customer retention or getting new customers or keeping the restaurant filled. And so in listening to that, I had to ask, you know, a couple questions, because I wanted to make sure that I completely understood what he was asking for. You see, a lot of clients think that, you know, when they say that, it means that they just need a website. Okay, and that may be the case, and it may not be the case. In some cases, what they need is they need some sort of a system that allows them, to capture leads so that they have more customers in a database that they can reach out to on those slow nights in the restaurant. Okay, so being an active listener, focusing on the needs of the client, and then providing the client with exactly what it is that they're looking for is going to help. Because believe me, look, there are times where you think because, and in my case, I've worked with a restaurant owner before, that the next restaurant owner needs the exact same thing. That's not true. That's not always the case. Is that the case sometimes? Yeah. But I still need to sit down. I still need to be an active listener. I still need to understand and be the expert. I still need to develop that high-level communication skill. I still need to focus on the demands of the client and to be able to meet those. And then lastly, which is the fifth one, and that is to build a relationship with your clients. Okay? Now, some are saying, well, how am I going to do that, if I'm doing group coaching, if I'm doing mass coaching? Well, it's very simple to build a relationship with those people, because it goes to something that I always say, and that is when you build a relationship, part of that means that you, okay, as the expert, you need to be transparent. Okay, you need to share with them, who you are. You need to share with them your experiences, good and bad. Okay, don't sugarcoat it just with the good stuff. They need to hear the bad as well. And a prime example of that is in one particular initiative I was involved in several years ago, where I was coaching, a few hundred people. But I also had a database list of over 30,000 people who were subscribers of mine, who followed me, who loved the content that I was delivering, who participated. They bought from me on a regular basis. And so how do you build a relationship with 30,000 people? Well, you share your life with them. And again, it doesn't have to be everything about your life, but you share some things. And I can recall when I first started doing that, the very first time I went out to speak at an event, which was about a month afterwards, after delivering about 15 emails to this database, I remember the first person coming up to me and saying, "How's Peyton?" Okay, which happens to be my daughter. And it freaked me out because I didn't know this person. I don't remember ever having a conversation with this person. And I surely don't remember sharing that my daughter's name was Peyton. But in my emails, and me being transparent with them, I told them that I coached my daughter's Peyton soccer team. And I would share with them, in an email when I would deliver good content with them, a quick little tangent or a side note, which was, hey, our soccer team won, Peyton scored a goal. And so that's how you build a relationship with your list. Another example was when my stepfather, who had truly been, the real father in my life, when he suddenly passed away. And I recall it happening on a Friday, and I flew to Nevada, which is where my parents lived, Saturday morning. And on Sunday, I wrote a very heartfelt email that went out to my list of 30,000 subscribers. And I told them what had happened with my family, that my stepdad, who was my father, who passed away suddenly, and that my only regret was that I didn't make the trip last month to visit them like I had promised. I let life get in the way, I let business get in the way, I ended up canceling that trip, and I didn't make it out to hang out with them like I thought I was going to. And that was my only regret. And I shared that with them. And I said in closing, if you have a brother or sister that you haven't talked to because you let little issues keep you from communicating with them or sharing with them, that you still care about them, or if you have a family member that you haven't talked to in several months, call them, say hi, have a conversation with them. More importantly, tell them that you love them. And you would not believe the response I got back from my subscribers. We got thousands of emails from people sending their condolences. We got hundreds of cards from people, to my office, who wanted to express their condolences. And believe it or not, I had about 10 of my students who showed up because my stepdad, along with the rest of our family, we all grew up in Los Angeles. And we had two services, one for him in Nevada for his friends and our family there, and we had a second service for him in Los Angeles where he grew up, in the church that he grew up in. And I was shocked to see on the very back row 10 of my students who had come from various parts of California to pay their respects and attend my father's services. And so that is how you build rapport with people. When you share your life with them, when you talk about who you are, believe it or not, you are building a relationship. You are establishing a relationship with them. And then when they see you face to face, or when they become part of one of your paid coaching programs, then they will share their life with you. Okay? That is how you build a relationship. So I want to thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in part 2 of this video, where I'm going to help you to devise not only and design not only a coaching program, but I'm going to share with you how to put together a high-priced, high-ticket coaching program as well. So there's a link below this video in the description. I want you to click on that link. It will take you to a page where you have an opportunity to view that video and to watch me design a coaching program, and also design a high-ticket coaching program as well. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the inside. Bye.